Hello and welcome to the Knitmancy podcast. I am your host, Valentina, coming at you from just south of Richmond, Virginia. You can find me at a variety of social media places that will all be listed down below for your pleasure. And you can catch me on Twitch, typically Monday through Friday, and I see that I am going in and out of actually being in focus. Cool. But you can typically catch me on Twitch Monday through Friday, 1:30 until 4:30. Sounds about right. I've only streamed like once this week. I've had some stuff. But you can typically find me there at twitch.tv/gnollprincess. And yeah. So, here we are. It's September. I have finished a thing, I have been working on a thing, and that's about what's going on. I have some other stuff that I might talk about, but we'll play it by ear because it's raining and getting motivated for me to do things is a situation. So, let's go. So, what did I finish? Well, my Opposites Do Attract cowl is now done. I was well within this blue section somewhere last time you saw it. Now it is done. And this is knit out of the brown sheep company, not black sheep company. Prairie Spun DK in Red Barn and Lost Lake. I think I had to move my engagement ring because my finger was swelling so badly. I think this is going to go to my fiance, soon to be husband, as of October 31st. It's coming up. So it's done. I've not blocked it. I think that will help some of the inconsistencies, for lack of a better word. But yes, this is a pattern by Brian and Terri Haynes, the Haynes family yarn. And yeah, it's cool. I like it. It is, I think I mentioned it was knit in a tube. It is no longer a tube. Well, I mean, it is a tube. It's just a different size tube than it was previously. And yeah, so we got that going. That's cool. I don't have any other knitting. Because I think I'm just kind of playing things by ear, seeing what's happening. So, that's done. The thing I've been working on, which has not made an appearance in so long that it's amazing that it's making an appearance again, is my gingham blanket. I think the pattern is like Fireside gingham blanket, which it is published through KnitPicks. As you can see by this marker right here, I have done approximately one repeat since you've seen it last. However, I did only start picking it up once I finished the cowl. So I will. Is this it? Oh, yeah. So I have the. This is the pattern. Fireside Gingham Afghan and Pillow by Donna Barranti. And yeah, I am knitting, I'm not knitting it, it's crocheted. I'm crocheting it with the suggested hook. I have a nice like little clover hook, which is a size F or 5, which is a 3.75 millimeter crochet hook. And yeah. So I'm working away on the Afghan portion, which again I will hold up. And this is crocheted, I'll get it right at some point, in 3 different colors of their KnitPicks Brava. And it is Brava Sport Weight. So it is, let me hold this up so you can understand the colors. Oh, there we go. Black, wine, and the red is it called red or is it called lipstick? red. Black, wine, and red. So, the red is obviously red. The black is obviously black. And then there you go. That's probably the biggest contrast I can get out of this without really playing with it. And then the wine is like a deep red. It's real nice. It's soft. As I said, I kind of like using Brava as opposed to like Red Heart Super Saver. It doesn't squeak. And some people might know what I'm talking about. But even when I was knitting with it for the Hue Shift Afghan, like, Brava doesn't squeak. And some acrylic yarns, when you're working with them, especially if you use metal needles or metal hook, I've never experienced it in crochet, so I mean, it's really more of a knitting thing. But sometimes when you use acrylic yarns, as it goes over your needles, it makes a very distinct, like, squeaking noise. And it is weird. And I don't like it. As opposed to things like Death Head Moth that squeaks and it's real cute. Yeah, no. When your yarn's squeaking, it's not cute. It's not fun. So, I will grab my little progress keeper here. And I will actually move it up to where I'm at. So that way we can measure really well how we are. Because I had just started a new row. So I guess I was just over 2 repeats. Okay, there we go. That's where we are. We'll continue on. So I'm very much enjoying this pattern. It's always a little weird to me when I crochet versus when I knit. Don't mind it. I think, as I mentioned last time, I finally had figured out how to swap colors to make it look just cleaner. But, yeah. So, let's see. What have I done in the past week? I have finished a cowl, picked this blanket back up instead of starting something new so that I could actually make progress on this blanket. I actually need to take the pattern in to the office where I hang out most of the time so that I know exactly what I'm doing. And I did find employment. I might have mentioned previously that I had gotten a job at a haunt. But the haunt is also associated, like, the haunt has an escape room associated with it. The escape room is year-round. Haunt, obviously, only for the month of October. And they needed some people for the escape room and had a few too many people at the haunt. So I actually had gotten a call, and I'm today, which is Thursday, actually going to be going up to the escape room and doing some paperwork so that they can swap me over there, which I'm actually really happy about because it seems like everyone so far at within the company has enjoyed my presence, likes me. It's strange. It's strange in a good way, not in a bad way. I'm not going to say that. But yeah, it's actually really, really exciting. And it's really great for me. It allows me to get out of the house a little bit and interact with other human beings. And, like, really interact with people and not just kind of do the same repetitive thing. Which I do anyway because but like it allows for more interaction, and that is something that I'm definitely craving. The back of my craft room is an entire mess, which I so badly need to sort this all out. what I need to do is I need to get this whole room sorted. And once I get this whole room, which means I need to start saving up to put in a crap ton of shelves because I need them. I think I'm just going to go with bookshelves to make it easy. And then I need to find a solution for the store here is open and there's a closet right there. I need a solution for the closet so I can store my wool and such in there without it being an issue, because a lot of it's in plastic bags. And I know that once I get like bookshelves and stuff up, I will start having actual homes for things. So like my books right back here, they would all have a home, and I could sort them out by what kind of book they are a little bit better. And then I can move this thing probably into the bathroom where it's meant to be. And I could probably sort this out and put everything in a shelf. And then move this doodad somewhere. I don't know where. Somewhere. And it would also help me clear out things like weird bins and my fabric and that sort of stuff. And it would allow me to have, because I have my little shelving unit over here, it would allow me to do something with this shelving unit. I do want to stick up a bunch of pin boards right behind the camera and such here. And then I need, one day I will make this. It is the most clever idea that I've had. Because I need a cutting table for cutting out patterns and fabric, because I can't do it on the ground because my back ends up hurting so badly. And I can't, like, I've tried doing it on our kitchen table, but our kitchen table is just too short. It is too short, so I'm bent over awkwardly, which again irritates my back and makes my back hurt. I think it has to do with my feet, but I need to finish my stays before I can be comfortable saying that. But yeah, I want to make an adjustable kind of cutting table, sewing table sort of thing. So it would ideally have like two settings, a higher setting and a lower setting. So the higher setting would be for standing up and cutting things, which would be a lot more convenient than sitting on the floor cutting things or standing at the kitchen table and cutting things, because I can move all of that into here, which is ideal. And then not only that, but then I can put it to the lower setting once I have things, cut out, pinned, ironed if they need to be, and I can set up my sewing machine and just sew. So it would require, adjusting it often so it can't be too heavy, especially if I'm going to do it by myself. But it's something I want to happen. And due to the size of this room, I have to keep it able to be put away. So, like, I have a stool, I have a proper, chair. It's from IKEA. Some of these things will get replaced or changed, which isn't a big deal. But the thing is, right now, I need to get this room sorted before I really do a whole lot. I also, having that table will allow my Swift and my ball winder to sit somewhere nice. I can put them away and then pull them out when I need them, so that way they're not taking up extra room. It's just getting there. I have to get there. I think what I'm going to do soon is I'm going to start looking into options. I'll check places like IKEA, obviously, because IKEA tends to have some things that work. And there's a couple other things that I kind of want and or desire in this room. Need in this room to make it ideal or optimal for me without necessarily being an issue. So a couple of those things include, like, I need to have essentially a stool of some sort. That's just big enough for somebody to stand on so that hemming can happen. Like, you know, I can turn a hem and pin it in place on a body. That way I know, or have somebody else pin it on me, and, you know, that way I can get my hems good. And let's see. I also need to get myself a dress form of some description. One that's relatively close to my measurements, especially, so that I can definitely pin things and try to plan things out on that. The problem is, the dress form I do have access to, that I could have here, doesn't quite reach my measurements. I think it was like one of the measurements is off, which, and for fitting some garments, is going to be really an issue. I don't see it being an issue most of the time, but, you know, even then, it being an issue for some things just makes it an issue. I also want to paint the walls. Like, there's so much I want to do in here, but for the most part, it's all on me, myself, and I to do it. So yeah. I really need to sort this out so the space really works for me, instead of just being effectively a storage room. And it really sucks because it's like, spaces that are for me tend to get more overrun with stuff, whereas spaces where my fiance hangs out tends to be definitely more organized and more straightened. And it's kind of like I'm not allowed to have a nice space, and I need a nice space in order to do my sewing and stuff. Or the other issue is, like, I try to create a space for me and somebody else tries to take it over. I don't know. So I think I also gave myself a quick haircut. Just, I needed it to be not as bad. So that's why I keep pulling my hair up and, like, touching my head, making sure I don't have any weird things. Just, those are all, these belong up top. But yeah, that's why I keep touching my head, because I finally, like, went ahead and just cut it off, make it a little bit nicer on myself. So I'm gonna go. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, stay healthy, stay safe, wash your hands, wear a mask, stay home if you can, and until next time, fare thee well.